8 November, fly runway heading, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading 16, clear for takeoff, 773 November.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another trip video. Last week, I showed you my trip to Dallas, so today we're flying home. I departed to Addison, Texas, and I'm going to fly all the way to Sugar Land. Should be in the air for about 2 hours. We hit some bumps, we hit some clouds, and we had a great time. So enjoy the video, and let's go.
Go ahead and make a right turn to enter the downwind. I'll call the base turn. Number 38 November, contact departure, have a good flight.
Over to departure, take care, 38 November. Good afternoon, departure, Cherokee 773 November, checking in, climb through 1,600.
Cherokee 773 Gulf November, departure ready contact. I'm sorry, 78 November, you're ready contact, maintain 3,000.
Maintain 3,000 for 7738 November.
Okay, 17, call the field inside.
Heading 160, climbing through 3,000, everything looks good. Fuel pump off, fuel pressure's in the green, landing light off, everything looks good there too.
Cherokee 38 November, flight at 180.
180, 38 November.
Silver Rock has fuel in sight, Silver Gate. Hawks 817, take a zero cleared, visual approach to 16, contact tower 126.0, good day.
There's the city of Dallas, and you can tell it was a little turbulent.
Pilot told me when I was hanging out in the FBO today that there was no wind, no bumps, smooth sailing. He lied. Good afternoon, approach Cherokee 773 November, checking in 3,000, heading 200.
773 November, ratio departure, climb and maintain 4,000.
I maintain 4,000, 38 November. Okay, we are departing Dallas.
Turn to 090 level.
Every time.
44 Alpha Lima departure, roger.
They actually talk at a normal level. The tower guy was really quiet. I'm at 4,000 feet. I'm at about 128 miles per hour. RPMs are only set to 2,500 because it is a little bit rough, so I'm staying in that rough air maneuvering speed of 129. Currently on heading 180. Don't know how long I'm going to be flying this heading because I am not flying the departure that they gave me, which is fine. Everything is looking really good. Definitely a bit more bumpy. Definitely a little hotter than it was yesterday. But I had a great trip. Had a few things go down. Unfortunately, I had to get some air pumped up into my front strut. I will be going to visit my A&P. So here you guys can see exactly what they did. Easy peasy.
Every pilot out there knows the first step to your flight is a successful pre-flight. And the second I walked out of the FBO, I knew I had a problem. I personally follow the 3-finger rule. I only had 2. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll make a video about it. Just leave a comment and let me know. Long story short, I called my aircraft mechanic. He said it was totally cool to put shop air in the front strut just so that I could get home safely.
Should be a pretty easy flight home. Right now it says 2 hours, 12 minutes, but once we actually get going and I get to my selected altitude, then the wind should get a little bit better. Man, yesterday I spilled oil everywhere. Today I had a low front strut. What's next? Nothing. Nothing is next. Why? Because we're going to take care of the airplane. She's all good. She's a happy little camper, just like me. My hotel last night was so awesome. I stayed at a DoubleTree by Hilton for the first time ever, and it was beautiful. By the way, this isn't sponsored. I'm just sharing my experience with you because that's what I like to do. I did get a courtesy car, and I got to keep it overnight, which is like the second time that's ever happened to me, and it was all thanks to Go Rental, so that was kind of cool. Again, not sponsored, but, you know, when people take care of me, I like to give them a shout-out, so hopefully you guys don't mind. I would like to continue climbing. It's a little bit toasty. This is funny. So a lot of people are always like, oh, you don't need air conditioning. Just open your air vents. My air vents are open to full blast. It is only 60 degrees outside, but the sun is beating right into the airplane. So it gets hot quick. It's just like if you sit in a car without air conditioning, maybe you roll your window down, but it's hot outside and you've got the sun right in front of you, it gets toasty fast. So that's why I complain about not having air conditioning. It's not as bumpy, so I'm going to bring my RPMs up to probably 26, 25 or so. See what my airspeed's looking like. I'd like to get a little bit faster, because right now I got a 2-hour flight. I love flying, don't get me wrong, but when it's this hot, 2-hour flight in the sun the whole time, not fun. Yes, I do have a window, which you can see in this camera, I think. This thing is like the size of my hand, so it really doesn't do me much good. Not to mention, if I wanted to actually use it, I would have to slow myself way down. I'm not doing that. I want fast.
Charlie Tango student solo is with you at 1700, climbing to 2000.
For those of you that might have missed it, somebody is doing a student solo, and I remember all of mine very fondly, so I thought that was pretty cool.
This message just popped up on my GPS, and it is right. It is time to switch my tanks.
Clear for the visual one.
So, electric fuel pump on.
Looks like I got some pattern traffic.
Fuel pressure's in the green. Fuel selector over.
Visual 136 Papa Golf.
Still in the green.
Proceeding to course.
Fuel pump off.
November 5
And still in the green. Looks good. Now we can come over here
November 16 Sierra Reach.
and get rid of our message.
November 3, November, contact Waco approach on 127.65.
127.65. Have a nice day. 3 in November. Good afternoon, Waco. Cherokee 773 in November, checking in, heading 180, climbing through 4,700 for 7,000.
Number 7783, November, Wake approach, altimeter is 2994, clear direct College Station, VOR, join the Bluebell for arrival.
2994, clear direct to College Station for the Bluebell for arrival, 773 in November, thanks. Cool.
All right, now we're cooking. We are on our way to College Station VOR. So that is the first waypoint, actually our transition waypoint, to enter the arrival into Sugar Land. I'm here on my GPS. I went flight plan, direct. I'm going over to my autopilot, nav mode, and here is a beautiful view.
Let's shave some time. Now we're at 1 hour and 48 minutes. Make sure everything is still looking good here. We're going to lean out the mixture just a little bit while we continue this climb. There we go. HT slowly rising, currently 377, so that's okay. We are climbing through 6,300. We're going about 115 miles per hour. Not a super steep climb per se. All of my gauges are in the green. Stage T leveled off at about 404 degrees, and after I get more airflow over the engine, when I level off at 7,000, that temperature should come down a little bit more anyways. We have about an hour and 40 minutes till we get to our destination, which is Sugar Land Regional. If you guys are new here, that is my home airport. If you are not new here, you already knew that, so no worries. We've got a little bit of clouds. It doesn't look like I'm going to hit them, though. I filed for 7,000 feet because, to be honest with y'all, I was kind of looking for more of a calm, collected flight where I could just, focus on my gauges, listen to some tunes, because I do not listen to music when I fly through clouds. I might go through these clouds, actually.
7 Whiskey, contact Fort Worth Center 127.
But that's okay. That just means no music for K, but whatever. Yeah, I might go IFR for a little bit. All right, gonna pause the music. Eyes inside. Here we go.
For those of you that are new here, you may not know this. Of course, I am instrument rated, but I am also a certified flight instructor with my instrument. I have a good amount of time in clouds, so flying through things like this is actually one of my favorite parts of being a pilot. That being said, I do not talk while I'm going through clouds. I am solely focused, so that's why I'm doing this quick voiceover. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit subscribe because we're going to be landing soon.
All right. I knew that one was going to be bumpy. Seeing some land, but I still don't see, well, not land. Just kidding. I'm not over water or anything, but I can see some dirt. That's what I meant to say. I can see some dirt out in the distance, so I should be getting pretty darn close. Direct KSOB now, 773 in November. Thank you. Sweet. Nav mode active. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I almost feel like when you're flying VFR, especially when you're on an instrument flight plan, it's actually a lot more work because, you're watching your airspeed and you're making sure you're following your waypoints and your altitudes and you're looking for traffic and you're keeping an eye on all your gauges. And in such a short amount of time, especially when you're coming in to land, I feel like that can be overwhelming. This is usually the hardest part of the flight for me is when I switch from being IFR to VFR and I have to be low and slow. Just not my cup of tea, man. I don't know. We're 13 minutes away. This is because we are actually flying to a waypoint called Kasab. Charlie Alpha Sierra Oscar Bravo. And this is also a waypoint on the approach, but I'm going visual, so once I turn to Kasab, I'll be able to turn straight to the airport. Once I get the airport in sight, all done. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, gonna start a right turn here in about 6 seconds.
773 November, you're cleared visual approach 17, Sugarland Tower 118.65.
Cleared visual approach 17 into Sugarland over to tower. Have a good day. 3 November.
For uniform, cleared visual approach 18.
Hello, Sugarland Tower, Cherokee 773 at November, checking in 2000.
I thought this call sounded familiar. I just couldn't remember where it was from. But Cherokee 773 November, Sugarland Tower, runway 17, clear to land.
17 clear to land. Good to talk to you. It's been a while. 773 at November.
Now that we've been cleared to land, it's time to do that before landing checklist. Electric fuel pump on, landing light on, mixture full rich, primer in and locked, and first notch of flaps when I get a little closer.
Second notch. Just like that, we made it back to Sugarland. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, hit subscribe, leave a comment, tell me where to go to next, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!